Namaskar and a very warm welcome to all the viewers and learners in today's Gyan Darshan session or the teleconferencing session. I am Dr. Geetika S. Johry, Faculty at School of Vocational Education and Training and the Program Coordinator for the Bachelor of Arts Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Program. Learners, our today's session is on one of the courses which is being offered under the program Bachelor of Arts Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, and the name of the course is Institutional Support to MSMEs, and the course code is BERE 141, offered in semester 5. So today we are going to introduce you to this particular course, what all is there in this course, and what you can basically get to know about what are the institutional supports provided to MSMEs. So to begin with, learners, let us begin by understanding what do you mean by institutional support. Now, institutional support to MSMEs, it comes from the various bodies, including the central as well as the state governments, non-government organizations, and financial institutions, providing support in the areas like credit training, marketing, and research. Now, the key central government organizations include the National Small Industries Corporation, called the NSIC, and the Small Industries Development Organization, which is called SIDO. When we talk about the state level organizations, the support comes through the state financial corporations and district industry centers, which is called the DICs. Now, let us have a look at the kind of institutions under the central government. So the first is the National Small Industries Corporation, NSIC, which supports the MSMEs through various schemes, including marketing assistance and equipment financing. Then we have Small Industries Development Organizations, which is SIDO. This helps the MSMEs, to promote this, and it promotes the small scale industries through providing technical and financial assistance. Then we have National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, which is also called as NABARD, and this basically provides support to the rural enterprises. And then we have the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, which offers a wide range of schemes for the entrepreneurs, such as the credit guarantee scheme and various skill development programs. Now, the kind of support which the state government institutions provide, it comes in the form of District Industry Center, which is also called as the DICs. Now, basically DICs implement the central and state level schemes at the district level. Then we have the State Financial Corporation, which is called the SFCs. They also provide assistance to MSMEs within the state. Then we have the State Small Industries Development Corporation, which is the SSIDCs. Basically, they focus on promoting and developing small industries at the state level. And then we have the Technical Consultancy Organization, the TCOs, which also offer technical and advisory support to MSMEs. Then the other kind of support systems which help the MSMEs in starting up their own enterprise is the financial institutions. Basically, they are the banks which provide loans, and there are some other tailored products for the MSMEs like working capital loans, etc. Then there are certain non-government organizations which we call the NGOs. They also provide various forms of support, often focused on specific regions or a type of industry. Then we have the educational institutions, where we have universities and colleges which offer support through entrepreneurship programs, incubation centers, and research initiatives. Now, coming back to the course, which is Institutional Support to MSMEs, as I said, this is being offered under semester 5 of the BAVMSME program. Basically, now we will discuss about what is there in this course. So basically, this course highlights how the government has acknowledged the significant contribution of the various entrepreneurs in the country's industrial development, particularly through micro, small and medium enterprises. We know that micro, small and medium enterprise have a very big role to play as of now, because basically the main aim of micro, small and medium enterprise is basically for budding entrepreneurs who want to start up their own unit. It can be in the form of a micro enterprise, it can be a small enterprise, or it can be a medium enterprise, as long as they follow all the criteria related to opening up a small, micro and medium enterprise. Now, the micro, small and medium enterprise, they play, as I said, a very crucial role in the Indian economy by not only contributing significantly to the GDP of the economy, but by also creating a lot of employment opportunities. They generate a lot of foreign exchange, then there is a lot of industrial output, and of course national income. Now, talking about this particular sector, the micro, small and medium enterprise, it basically accounts for about 95% of the industrial unit in the country, contributing to around 40% of manufacturing sector output and approximately 1/3 of the nation's exports. So the Indian government, along with the state governments, offers many specialized amenities and incentives. So these incentives, when we talk about, for a person to start a micro, small and medium enterprise, not only serves as a motivation for the entrepreneurs to establish their own enterprise in these sectors, but at the same time, it also enhances the foundation of entrepreneurship in the economy. The emerging entrepreneurs, we know it is not easy to start up any kind of a business. So we know that there are many kind of challenges with the entrepreneurs encounter while they are thinking of starting up their own micro, small and medium enterprise. So just to meet these challenges, which can be in the form of infrastructure facilities or lack of support services or lack of other kind of knowledge. So the government has provided a range of services through its specialized institutions and encourages entrepreneurs to utilize the different resources available to develop and thrive in their business. Now, this entire package, it offers support in the form of financing, marketing, technical consultation, training and technological upgrades. At the same time, these institutional incentives, they are expected to have a significant impact on the promotion of micro, small and medium firms, which guarantees their independent and continuous growth. So just to give you a sum up of this, that this course discusses the role of the various institutional support to promote the growth of micro, small and medium enterprise, and the many types of assistance from the institutions from various purposes. Now let us have a look at the course structure. So when we talk about this course, institutional support to MSMEs, this has been divided into 5 different blocks. Now block 1 is institutional support mechanism 1. Block 2 is institutional support mechanism 2. Block 3 discusses about the institutional support schemes, where we have schemes for credit and financial assistance. Then block 4 discusses about institutional support schemes 2, and of course block 5, which is the last block, discusses the institutional support schemes 3. Now block 1, institutional support mechanism 1. Basically this has been divided into 4 units. This entire block has been divided into 4 units. Firstly, where we discuss about the first unit, which discusses about the MSME Development Act 2006. Then the second, third and fourth unit, basically they discuss about the different facilities and the incentives which are being provided by the national level agencies, the state level agencies and the district level agencies. So let us get into the insight of block 1 and discuss each of these units very briefly, just to capture what all is important and what you need to understand as far as this block is concerned. So the first block, as I said, is institutional support mechanism 1. Basically, the MSME loans are mostly acquired by banks, some financial institutions using government grant. So the different types of factors are involved in getting a loan, such as, the return factor, the interest factor and the collateral demand. So basically, when we talk about this particular block, as I told you in the beginning, it discusses about the facilities and the incentives being provided by the, incentives by the national, state and district level agencies. So we'll understand each of these blocks and capture the important points. So block 1, unit 1 is MSME Development Act 2006. Basically, this entire unit discusses about the evolution of the micro, small and medium enterprise in India. It outlines what are the different provisions of the Development Act, MSME Development Act, and it also tries to define and explain the nature of the micro, small and medium enterprise. That how are they divided as a micro enterprise, as a medium enterprise, or as a small enterprise? What is the criteria on the basis of this the division takes place? So basically Unit 1 discusses all that. Moving on to Unit 2, we just mentioned that, discusses about the facilities and incentives by the national level agencies, where, we will be able to identify the various institutions that form the institutional support framework at the central level for the growth and development of micro, small and medium size enterprises in India. Then moving on to Unit 3, this unit will, also help you to identify the diverse institutions comprising of the institutional support framework at the state level. And at the same time, it will also help you to get the knowledge of how, things can be facilitated for the micro, small and medium sized enterprise, and the role of the State Directorate of Industries, the role of SIDCs, and in the development of MSMEs. Then the last block, or the last unit under Block 1 is facilities and incentives by district level agencies. Now this unit will help you in understanding, how the district level centers or the institutions help the micro, small and medium enterprise. They will help you to understand the significance of these agencies and examine their contribution towards progress of micro, small and medium enterprise. Now moving on to Block 2. Block 2 is Institutional Support Mechanism 2. This again has been divided into 4 units. The first unit talks about Institution for Entrepreneurship Development and Training. The second unit is Institution for Technology Upgradation. The third is RBI Guidelines for Commercial Banks. And the fourth is Lending by Commercial and Development Banks. Let us discuss each of these units briefly. Now, the first unit under Block 2 is Institution for Entrepreneurship Development and Training. Now, the institutes, they provide training support for entrepreneurial development of micro, small and medium enterprise, the working of the machinery of the entrepreneurial development institutions, various training centers located all over India, and the contribution of these institutes for upgradation and development of MSMEs in national development. So this entire unit talks about, the training and development part. Unit 2 is Institution for Technology Upgradation, where we will be discussing about tool rooms and technology centers. So basically here, this unit basically appreciates the contribution of institutions in the technological upgradation of MSMEs. Here you understand, you get to know the knowledge of the concept of tool rooms and technology centers, understand the evolution and background of the tool rooms and the technology centers, that how they come up, what was the reason, and also, comprehend the recent developments in the tool room and the technology centers. So there is a whole list which is there for the expansion and growth and extension of technology centers. Now moving on to Unit 3. Unit 3 is on the RBI guidelines for commercial banks. Now, basically this unit emphasizes on the main functions of RBI. It discusses about the commercial banks and its scope, explains how RBI controls the commercial banks to maintain monetary stability and financial stability, and also helps to understand the tools which RBI uses to regulate commercial banks. Then the last unit under this block is Lending by Commercial and Development Banks. Again, in this unit, you will get to know the commercial banks and their workings, that how the commercial bank works, in for a person to get a kind of, some facility for starting up an MSME, and identify the various types of commercial and development banks and differentiate between commercial and development banks. So this is all what is there in the Unit 4 of Block 2. Now learners, let us move on to Block 3. Block 3 is Institutional Support Schemes 1. Here we are going to discuss about the schemes for credit and financial assistance. This entire block has been again divided into 4 units. The first unit is Equity Fund Schemes. The second unit is Credit Guarantee Trust Fund Scheme. The third unit is SIDBI schemes for MSMEs. And the fourth unit is Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, which is also called as PMEGP. Now, let us come to Unit 1, which is equity fund schemes. Basically, in this unit, you will understand what do you mean by equity fund, what are the different types of equity fund, the classification of equity funds on the basis of the investors, the benefits of equity funds, and the tax benefits of investing in an equity fund. Then Unit 2 is Credit Guarantee Trust Fund Scheme, where you will be able to understand about the credit guarantee schemes. You will also learn about how the credit guarantee helps the MSMEs to start up their work, list out the different credit guarantee schemes offered by various institutions, and finally the way forward, how you can go ahead of that. Unit 3 is SIDB schemes for MSMEs. Now, this unit explains the different kind of financial assistance which is being provided by SIDB, its role in providing financial assistance, and the procedures of obtaining SIDB's loan. Then the last unit under this block 3 is Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, which is PMEGP. Again, this entire unit will throw light on the objectives. What is the objective of the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program? What is the quantum and nature of the financial assistance which will be available under this scheme? The various institutions that work as implementing agencies for the PMEGP scheme, and describe the eligibility conditions for beneficiaries who want to take up this scheme for starting up their own unit. Now, learners, let us move on to Block 4. Block 4 is the Institutional Support Scheme 2. This is scheme for skill development and technology upgradation. This has been divided into 3 units. The first unit is a scheme for promotion of innovation, rural industries and entrepreneurship, and the short form of this word is called as ASPIRE, ASPIRE. Then Unit 2 discusses about Entrepreneurship and Skill Development Program, also called as ESDP. And then we have Unit 3 about the MSME Champions schemes. Let us go through each of these units individually. So the first unit under this block is a scheme for promotion of innovation, rural industries and entrepreneurship. So the acronym of this word is called as, ASPIRE. And this unit will help you to analyze and debate the rationale behind ASPIRE. What is ASPIRE and why did it come up? What are the various components of ASPIRE? It will tell you the roles of, the LBIs and the TBIs, which help in encouraging entrepreneurial endeavors in the agro and rural sectors, discuss the different financial assistance which is available under the ASPIRE scheme, and role of SIDB in management of fund under ASPIRE. Then Unit 2 is Entrepreneurship and Skill Development Program, which is also called as ESDP. Here we will understand the role and objectives of the ESDP, identify what are the various financial and non-financial assistance which is available under the scheme, discuss the provisions related to implementation of the ESDP, and outline the other entrepreneurship and skill development programs by MSME. Then the last unit under Block 4 is MSME Championscape. This is also a very popular scheme which is being, there for MSMEs. And here, you will understand in this unit again what is the rationale behind the MSME scheme, identify components of the champion scheme, elucidate the assistance available for the ZED certification, IPR design implementation of lean tools and technologies, and digitization of the MSMEs. So learners, if you go through all these units, a lot of there is there to learn in the units. Here I'm only capturing the important points that what is there in each of the units. Now coming on to the final block of Block 5, this is on Institutional Support Schemes 3. Here again this has been divided into 3 units. The first is Marketing Assistance Schemes for MSMEs and Startups by NSIC. Then we have the National SC/ST Hub Scheme. And last, we have the schemes for MSMEs and startups in the Northeast region. So we can see that the support to MSMEs is going to the last, till Northeast and like the SC/ST Hub schemes and by NSICs. So let us understand each of them. Now, the marketing assistance schemes, which is being provided for MSMEs under the startups by NSI. Here you understand how, the marketing competencies and competitiveness of MSMEs and startups, can be improved, how to keep the micro, small and medium enterprise informed about the current market conditions and how it affects their activities. Describe how to facilitate communication between MSMEs and major institutional purchasers. Discuss how to enhance export from small, micro manufacturing enterprise and understand how to expand the market capabilities of micro, small and medium enterprise. So this is, a very, this unit in depth, talks about basically the marketing assistance which can be given to the MSMEs, like, when they want to participate in certain trade fairs or in certain fairs, or, they are going abroad, how they have to, contact, whom to contact, how much of space they will get, how much of money they have to, give for any kind of a space where they want to showcase their work and all. So all these kind of marketing and promotional activities have been discussed as far as this course or this unit on marketing assistance schemes for MSMEs and startups is concerned. Then we have the Unit 2, which is on the National SC/ST Hub Scheme. Here, we will elucidate on the role of the SC/ST Hub, which is also called as NSSH, identify the key challenges which are being faced by SC/ST entrepreneurs and how this hub addresses these challenges, explain the various schemes and components under the NSS, which aims at supporting the SC/ST enterprise, and at the same time describe the structure and functioning of the NSSH and its impact on promoting economic inclusion and empowerment of SC/ST communities. So, a lot with the many case studies, we have explained to you about how these things work. If you go through the self-learning material, you will get to know through live examples, through a lot of case studies, success stories, that how people have been successful in starting up their own enterprise. The last unit under this block is schemes for MSMEs and startups in Northeast region. So here you get an understanding of the significance of micro, small and medium enterprise in Northeast region and Sikkim. Explore the different kind of challenges which is being faced by the MSMEs in this region. Analyze the major schemes and the initiatives for promotion of MSMEs in this region, and assess the impact of these schemes on the growth and development of MSMEs. So I hope learners, today's session must have been useful to you, wherein we have tried to give you an insight on the course Institutional Support to MSMEs and Startups, which is being offered under semester 5 of the BAMSME program. I hope you have understood quite a lot about what we have, what is going to be there in this particular unit. Anybody who wants to be a budding entrepreneur, if they want to start up their own, micro, small, and medium enterprise, the kind of institutional support they can get from the central, state, or the district level, all has been discussed. Even if we talk about the SC/ST Hub schemes, or we talk about Champion scheme or the Aspire scheme, the schemes for the MSMEs to start up in Northeast region on Sikkim. So all has been discussed very nicely with a lot of examples and case studies. Please go through the self-learning material. There are a lot of activities in that. And in case you have any doubts pertaining to this particular course, you can please write to us on BAMSME at SOVET at ignou.ac.in. So thank you learners for today's session. Namaskar.